Auntie Vice, Buddy, Amber Pace, how the hell are you guys? So we don't get confused. Amber, you can go first. Amber Pace, how the hell are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How the hell are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Buddy?
I'm doing wonderful.
All right. Auntie Vice, how the hell are you?
Got my first cup of coffee in me, so I'm functional.
Yeah, yeah. Are you guys all coffee drinkers?
No.
You're not
Yes.
a coffee drinker?
Uh-uh.
Do you
But
do
I'm drinking Diet Coke right now.
Diet Coke? Oh man, to be young. To be young.
Water.
Right? And
Nice
water. Good for you. Buddy, are you a big time advocate of water?
Yeah, I have to do a gallon a day, or else I feel like I failed.
Okay. I used to do a gallon a day. Now I'm between like a half gallon and a gallon a day, but I gotta get back on that gallon a day regimen because it really does literally help you out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we are gathered here today to get through this list called Top 5 Christmas Songs. Hey, buddy, let me ask you this. What is the perfect day to start listening to Christmas music?
I say literally November 1st. I love Christmas. So there is no Thanksgiving songs or Thanksgiving movies. So I just lump Thanksgiving into Christmas season. It just gets to be the little brother to Christmas, but I love Christmas.
Okay.
I love Christmas music and Christmas movies. So
Uh,
I'm really excited to talk about some Christmas music.
Auntie Vice, what about you?
I don't mind if they start sneaking in, one or two in a mix around the 1st of November. In my own place, usually a day or two before Thanksgiving when I'm preparing the food is when I start playing them in my house.
Okay. Amber, what about you?
I think it really, for me, it just depends on like mood. Like I know last year, because it was such a shit year, like I started listening to Christmas music, I think in October. This year, just because of busy and life's events, like not until like the last week or so did I really get into like the Christmas mode. But it really depends. Like I'll listen to Christmas music in the middle of the summer because like it, for me, it increases like creativity, and like puts me in a really cool like mind space. So I don't know, like it just depends.
Okay. I worked at a record store in the 90s. I worked at the Warehouse, which was kind of like Tower and Blockbuster and all that. I worked at a Warehouse Records from 92 to 99, just like a great fucking time for music. But it was always Christmas was not fun at any type of retail store. At a record store, it was a little bit fun, but it was always like a big when are we gonna start playing the Christmas music? Because once we started with the Christmas music, like that was it. It was Christmas music. So we always went with December 1st. And that was always to me, that's always when I would start playing for Christmas music. But I didn't start, I have Sirius XM in my office. So this was the first week that I put it on the Sirius XM station. And so now I'm in it. I'm all the way into Christmas music. But regardless, I mean, it always happens with when we start with the Christmas music, like I have like one or two songs that I just can't fucking stand. I know we were putting together the top 5 Christmas songs, but Auntie Vice, do you have a Christmas song that you absolutely can't stand?
Yes, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Oh my God, it's one of those pitchy, awful, it's worse than 2 front teeth, and it grates on every last nerve I have.
Like your whole demeanor changed when you...
I hate that. And I have friends who used to play it all the time, and it's like, no, man, this ain't cool. I'm calling red on this bullshit.
Oh my gosh. Amber, what about you? What Christmas song just gets on your last fucking nerve?
Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. I just feel like you're stuck in a really bad like acid trip at Christmas time when you listen to it. And my son was stuck in the Denver airport. Like he had a 3-hour layover, and like every fifth song was this song. And he would call me each time, and he's like, "Mom, it's on again." Like, I think it's like government mind control.
I fucking hate that song too. That's on. I'll get to you in a second, buddy. But because she brought it up, that is on my list of songs I cannot stand. It seems that, like, you know, at that point in his career, Paul McCartney was one of those yes bosses. Like anything that he said, like there was like a room full of people like, "That's a great idea. Yeah, let's fucking do it," you know. And no one ever told him no. So that is definitely on my I can't stand that song. And I'm so sick of Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer every fucking year. I'm just like, she's dead. Send them back. All right. Buddy, what about you? Any Christmas songs that you absolutely cannot stand, or you just gotta switch the station?
There are a few, but the one that always stands out for me is Little Drummer Boy. I
Which one?
hate that song. The Little Drummer Boy.
That's my favorite Christmas song.
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No.
Yeah. I mean, the whole, like, anybody's version of it is my favorite. That's like
Is it?
my favorite Christmas song.
I just think because I think it was my grandma's favorite as well, so I just heard it constantly. Which my number one will be. It'll sound dumb based off my reasoning for this, but the song just is not good.
Well, you obviously were not a poor boy too, Rumpa-Pum-Pum. So
Can I just say, I don't understand why, like, it was ever a song. Like, why, when you have a newborn baby, would you want any boy to come in your house and play the drums? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I cannot believe we're attacking
naked
Little
boy.
Drummer Boy first thing.
A naked boy.
Basically naked boy.
Yes. Like, it's just weird.
The only thing I see as resolving it is I want to do a burlesque number to it at Christmas where it's a submissive and they're getting their ass beat. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Like, that would be awesome. I could go do the David Bowie cover. Yeah, I could do that.
I think Amber should join you. I don't know. I'm just
there we go.
Okay, I haven't heard the David Bowie cover. I might give it another chance if David Bowie did it.
It's David Bowie and Paul McCartney cover it.
Okay, well, I will listen to that, and I might give it another chance. But that song, just as a kid, annoyed the hell out of me.
All right.
Well, I feel Buddy on this because my oldest daughter, like, that's her absolute, like, least, like, she hates it. Like, it will come on and, like, she'll get violent.
Yeah, y'all are getting ready to feel Jesse on this. Let me tell you.
And I mean, if we're just going based off the movies, the Little Drummer Boy movie sucks, and Grandma Got Ran Over cartoon rules. So I don't know, Jessica. I don't know.
All right. Get off the Little Drummer Boy already, buddy. Gosh.
That's gonna be your outtake to promote this. Get off the Little Drummer Boy, buddy.
Oh man. Amber, how hard was it to put this list together? Was there a lot of rewrites, or was it, you know what? A lot of times it seems like people are like, oh, number 1 and 2 are easy. It's 3, 4, and 5 that they struggle with. Amber, how many times did you rewrite this list?
I had a really hard time. Like, I'm sitting here looking at a list of a lot of songs, and it was really hard to pick the top 5.
Okay. What about you, buddy? Did you struggle at all with this?
I only struggled with one spot. My 2 honorable mentions were really hard not to put in there, but other than that, pretty easy for me because I listen to these songs constantly, so I know what I like.
All right. Auntie Vice, how did you have?
I knew how I wanted to approach it. My 1 and 2 were clear. And very clear this year. But there were some there in the same genre of music and same style of Christmas song. So I had to listen to them both a couple of times and decide which one I wanted to slot in. And then the other one became the honorable mention.
Okay. All right. Well, since we're talking to you already, why don't you go ahead and let's jump into our list and let's see what our next fight's going to be about.
So My
number 5, Auntie Vice.
Yes, my number 5. I couldn't decide between the two. They're both got the same kind of feel. So the first is Dolly Parton's "Hard Candy Christmas" from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Because I love Dolly. She had to make the list. I listen to it every year. But last year, Devin Green, who does, for people who watch YouTube, is Betty Bowers, America's Best Christian. She's working with her new partner, Ned, and they put out California Christmas. And the video is gorgeous. It's filmed in Palm Springs. It has kind of this dreamy quality to it, and I adore her voice. So yeah, Devin tied with Dolly Parton for my number 5 spot. I could not choose between the two of them.
Okay, so it's Devin, California
Green, California Christmas,
and Dolly Parton.
And Dolly Parton, "Hard Candy Christmas."
I like "Hard Candy Christmas."
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that, and I love Dolly.
I am such a Dolly Parton fan, and yeah, so "Hard Candy Christmas" has been on my playlist for years, and Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, like I saw it on video at a friend's house when I was in junior high, and it's been on my list since junior high, so that's a very long time for me.
Yeah, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, fucking hilarious movie. All right, okay. Buddy, what is your number 5?
This one is "Last Christmas" by Wham.
Yes.
I love Wham. This one was the hardest one for me because of my 2 honorable mentions. One particularly, but this one just had to go on because this is one of the most poppiest Christmas songs, and I love this song. This one makes me happy when I'm making Christmas food.
All right, yeah. Hold on, I'm working on my list. "Last Christmas" by Wham. It is on Wham's final album, "Music from the Edge of Heaven," which was actually put out after they had already broken up, and they just had like all these leftover scraps, and they pieced together an album of like 3 or 4 new songs, a couple of remixes, and fuck it, a Christmas song. So yeah, I know all the Wham trivia, random stuff. Amber, what have you got at number 5?
Number 5 is "Silent Night" by Bing Crosby, but pretty much like "Silent Night" by anyone. It's actually my favorite like Christmas carol, like period. But Bing Crosby does a really good job.
Yeah, he's just got that perfect tenor, and it's just like, I don't know, like when you think of like just Christmas music, he kind of comes to mind, huh?
Yeah.
"Silent Night" by Bing Crosby. Okay. My number 5, this was really, I had to mention this one, and I listened to it just last night, and this really, like, I'm 50, you guys. I'm fucking old, all right? So my shit goes way back into like the 70s and the 80s, but this song, this band, and this movement kind of just like woke me up and like woke my eyes up to a lot of things and a lot of great music. But my number 5 is Band-Aid and "Do They Know It's Christmas?" And it was like, I think it was like 1983, and they got all of the hit European artists together, and they did Band-Aid. And my favorite part is Boy George yelling, "Throw your arms around the world at Christmas time," and then Phil Collins is playing drums. But anyway,
I remember that.
Yeah. I listened to it just last night, and I was like, fuck yeah, this is still there. So me, number 5 is Band-Aid, "Do They Know?" And then that led to like the Live Aid concerts and the like USA for Africa, and then there was like a whole series of like the organizations doing these charity concerts, and it was the beginning of a huge thing for me, for little Jesse. Yeah. Anyway, Auntie Vice, what do you got at number 4?
I got one of my favorite rappers. I love this man's voice to this day, and it's DMX doing "Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer."
R.I.P. DMX.
Oh my god, the way he does this just it moves me. I love this, and I love his voice in anything. So yes.
Yeah, DMX is I mean, if you don't like DMX, you love DMX. You know, like There's no in between with this guy because he's not gonna let you just kind of like him. You know, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna be like, oh my god, what is this? But yeah, DMX. I still haven't watched that documentary that they just made about him.
I haven't either. We're saving it for tomorrow night.
Okay, cool.
I just watched it last week with my kids. It's good. I liked it.
All right, buddy, where are you on DMX?
I love DMX. I think one of my last concerts before the Panini was DMX and Ludacris. Like I feel really blessed. But yeah, DMX rules. Yeah, that's a great choice. Wonderful.
Yeah. Back in the day, I saw DMX on Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life tour, which was like DMX, Jay-Z, Method Man, Redman. Yeah, I can't even remember parts of the 90s.
That's how you know you really lived in the 90s.
Yeah, that's how you know. Mm-hmm. Buddy, what do you got at number 4?
I also have one of my favorite rap artists and one of my favorite songs, period, but Christmas in Hollis.
Yes.
Run DMC.
That was the one that I was debating between, because that's an awesome song too. It was really hard to figure out which one took the spot.
It really is. I love this song, and I don't know, the fact that it cameos in my favorite movie of all time doesn't hurt at all either. This song is just like, it's perfect because it's like when you grew up in the 90s and like for me, no disrespect to anyone here, I was a kid in the 90s and being, you know, like thinking you were tough, you know, like rap was really, really big in the 90s for us young white kids. And this song made Christmas cool. So I love this song.
That's awesome. I am at some point going to, I really want to take a picture of Penelope and then Photoshop some reindeer antlers on her and say, oh Lord, ill reindeer. That is such a great song. And it really is Run DMC, like hitting on all cylinders. Like they're just like they're past the point of like, can we get away with this? And they're just like, we're doing whatever the fuck we want. And
yeah, they're full Run DMC at this point.
Yeah, they're full on Run DMC, and they really did. Like, I had no idea what collard greens were. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew tamales. You know, like that was my Christmas. But great, dude. But all right. I'm not trying to say I got a favorite list so far already, but I'm just saying. Even with the little drummer boy diss is making up some ground.
I'm trying, Jesse. I'm trying.
Right. Amber, what do you have at number 4?
At 4, I have A Holly Jolly Christmas by Burl Ives. And I just wanted to include Burl Ives because like he's like, to me, like the voice of Christmas. Like you can't hear Burl Ives' voice without thinking Christmas.
I know the song, but is his version like a little bit different than everybody else's? Is he the one that's got it kind of really bouncy, or
so he?
I guess I'm trying to get you to sing a little bit of it as well.
No.
All right.
He's a baritone.
All right.
And you'll recognize his voice. It's played in every retail establishment every year.
Okay.
You'll know it as soon as you hear it. Yep.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, and doesn't he play the snowman's voice in the cartoon Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah, okay. That's it.
And then again in Elf, I think they used his voice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Got it.
That's it.
My number 4 and our very first crossover. My number 4 is Wham's Last Christmas.
Great choice. Yeah, it's a wonderful song. Yeah.
All right. Wow, we're moving right along. Auntie Vice, what do you have at number 3?
I went for a true classic at this point, and one of my favorite singers of all times, Etta James, Santa Baby, because she does it perfectly.
Okay. Are you there, Jesse? Oh.
Yeah. As much as I like Madonna, I don't like her Santa Baby version. It just seems too like cliche. Like she was like like she was just trying to be Madonna and she overshot Madonna.
No, Etta James is very sweet. It's the quintessential version of Santa Baby, and like I said, I will listen to anything that woman sings. I have a huge collection of Etta James, and I absolutely adore her voice. So yeah, but it's the perfect Santa Baby cover.
Okay, cool, buddy. Your list is great so far. Don't fuck it up.
Well,
what do you got at number 3?
Partial crossover here. Same song, Santa Baby, but I have the Eartha Kitt version because I just absolutely adore her voice. It's like a little bit haunting and also beautiful, and just something about it. It was between the two, the Etta James and the Eartha Kitt version, and then I listened to Eartha Kitt like before you sent the link, and I was like, oh, it has to be Eartha Kitt's version just because she's amazing. I've always been a fan of hers, like since I was a little kid. She's like powerful, but also like has such a beautiful voice. So yeah, for me, that's the version.
Yeah, if you want the best Eartha Kitt, in my opinion, is I Want to Be Evil, if you ever get a chance, because it fits her voice so well, and it's such a cute song.
She's amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah. Amber, what do you have at number 3?
At number 3, I had Last Christmas by Wham.
What?
It's a great song. It's a great song.
It is such a great song. Have you heard of this? I guess it's like some like online internet like meme thing going around called Whamageddon. Like,
sure,
like you can't listen to Wham's Last Christmas, and if you do, you lose.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Yeah,
that's awful.
All the time. I always lose. I
yeah,
love that
I would always lose too.
I listened to it this morning. I love that song.
Yeah,
I do too.
I don't think I've listened to it yet. But I'll play that record during the year, and I don't mind when it gets to Last Christmas. It's a great record. All right. Me, I'm number 3. Okay, I was like, where are we? Number 3. Let me tell you a story about young Jesse. When I was a sophomore in high school, I got to go to the winter formal, and I'm gonna dig up a picture and I'll share it with you guys. I got a friend who's got a friend who has a picture, who has a copy of picture of young Jess at the sophomore winter formal, Arvin High, 1987, maybe 86. And my mom gave me money to go to the mall and rent my tuxedo. And I got like, there was like the X dollar tuxedo or the little bit less tuxedo. And I got the little bit less tuxedo so I would have money left over. And then I went to Musicland and I bought the very first Very Special Christmas album that came out. And it had all of the, like it had the Santa Baby, and it had like Bob Seger, and it had like U2, and it had what my number 3 is John Cougar Mellencamp's I Saw Mama Kissing Santa Claus. I mean, I know that that's like a classic Christmas song. There's so many versions of it, but my favorite version is John Cougar Mellencamp's I Saw Mama Kissing Santa Claus.
Nice.
Thanks. That's a good one. Yeah.
That's definitely at my top of my list. Auntie Vice, what do you have at number 2? Ooh, we're getting good.
Yes, this comes from I lived in New York City for a decade. And this is the perfect New York City Christmas song, and it's Fairy Tale in New York by the Pogues.
Oh, wow. That's deep. That's a deep cut.
Yeah, and every year, it's on every Christmas mix I put it on. I freaking love the Pogues, and it captures so much of Christmas in New York, and I love it.
Would you go back to New York now, or those winters?
New York knows how to handle a winter. I can do snow in New York. I lived in Baltimore. Baltimore doesn't know what the fuck to do with snow, so I would not go back to Baltimore. And I have taken Sharon back. We couldn't go back only because he is not a fan of New York City.
Yeah, New York City is a fucking trip. Like, I was like a little kid. I just walked around like it blew my mind to actually be in New York City. Buddy,
Beautiful.
what do you got at number 2, buddy?
Number 2, this one for me is kind of like my generation's cool rock Christmas song, and that is Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells In by The Darkness. I love this song. It's rock and roll, but it's also totally Christmas. Like, it's not like trying to be anything other than a wonderful Christmas song. They became super popular with the I Believe in a Thing Called Love. That song, everyone knows that song. But this song for me even tops that. And this is one Christmas song that I will definitely listen to like throughout the year sometimes, where I'll just be listening to a playlist, The Darkness will come on and I'll be like, oh, I gotta go listen to their Christmas song. Just because I love The Darkness. I love his voice. And for me, this is like my generational song, like personal favorite, not my all-time favorite Christmas song, but like a personal favorite of mine that I listen to constantly.
All right. The Darkness, Christmas Time, Don't Let the Dark In. Is that what it was? Don't let
the bells end.
Oh, Don't Let the Bells End.
Yeah. If you haven't heard it, it's a great song.
I need to hear it. Well, we're gonna make a playlist with all this stuff, right? Hopefully. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. Amber, what do you got at number 2, homie?
Number 2 is a tie. It's the same song. It is the 12 Days of Christmas. My family loves Straight No Chaser, and Straight No Chaser does a really goofy version of 12 Days of Christmas that we all know and have different parts. We're lame like that.
Yes.
And then Reliant K does a really good version of 12 Days of Christmas too. Just really fun, really rocky. Like there's a screamo, sorry about that. There's a screamo version like part in it. And yeah, so that's my number 2.
Okay. 12 Days of Christmas by either Straight No Chaser or Reliant K.
So, true confession on that song. First Betty Bowers' America's Best Christian video, which I've watched way too many times, she goes through all of the biblical definitions of what a marriage is. And it's pointing out that it's everything but a gay marriage. And the very last line of the video, she does as the last bit of 12 Days of Christmas, and it's, and a son who has murdered his brother. And so every time I hear the 12 Days of Christmas, it's referring to Cain and Abel. And so instead of the last line, I was, and a son who has murdered his brother. And that's how it entered my head.
I love that.
Oh my God.
It's been completely screwed up for years for me.
I love that.
My number two is still I'm going, and I tried not to go back to that very special Christmas album too much, but my number 2 is Stevie Nicks' version of Silent Night, because Stevie Nicks has a voice and it just suits Silent Night so perfectly. So Stevie Nicks' version of Silent Night.
Nice.
I love Stevie. Who doesn't love Stevie? Does anybody not like Stevie Nicks?
I love Stevie Nicks
right now. Okay. Good. All right. Okay. So we've got to the point where we're about to reveal our individual number 1s. But first, I'm going to go to, I asked on Facebook the other day to what some people had as their top 5 Christmas songs. So let's see what we got. It was just the other day. And some of these people we know, and some of these people are like, friends from my hometown of Bakersfield. So I'll let you guys know when you don't know those people. Okay, so the first person is a young lady that I work with, Celeste Lynn. She's got Ave Maria, Oh Holy Night, Last Christmas, That's It. I'm not religious, but I love the compositions of the first 2, so they are my top 2. Jennifer Spencer, Must Have Been the Mistletoe, Christmas Is All Around, Jingle Bell Rock, Silent Night, and Please Come Home for Christmas. George Francisco Hernandez of the Sexy Banditos says, This Christmas by Donna Hathaway, This Christmas by Christina Aguilera, This Christmas by Mary J. Blige, This Christmas by John Legend. And What is This Christmas by Ariana Grande. I see a trend developing there.
Yeah.
Mike LaRosa of You the Musical fame. Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells End by The Darkness. Oh, that was yours, somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike knows his stuff.
Yeah, no, Mike does know his stuff. Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC. Christmas Eve Sarajevo by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues. Mike hitting on all cylinders here. The Night Santa Went Crazy by Weird Al Yankovic. Mike's taste in music is all over the place, man. I love that dude.
Yeah, Mike's great.
Yeah, Seth Dixon, one of my best friends from Bakersfield. He now lives in in Hayward, San Leonardo area. The Chipmunks song, Christmas Don't Be Late. Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Ghetto by the Dog Pound. Let It Snow by Boyz II Men. Silent Night by the Temptations, and Last Christmas by Wham. Jennifer Rose Kavanaugh. I went to high school with Jennifer. I love her. White Christmas by Bing Crosby. The Christmas Song by Nat King Cole. Joy to the World by Julie Andrews. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Judy Garland. Carol of the Bells, Oh Holy Night by Celine Dion. Corky McDonald of ACL fame and just all kinds of other improv stuff at the Sacramento Comedy Spot. Elvis Presley's Blue Christmas. Christmas Time All Over the World by Sammy Davis Jr. Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC. Little Drummer Boy by Frank Sinatra. And Christmas Baby Please Come Home by Darlene Love. Matt Munoz, if you've ever been to a telenovela show, the music that I use for telenovela La Murga is by Matt's band Mento Buru. It's also the intro music on my podcast is by Mento Buru. So Matt Munoz, one of the founding members of Mento Buru from Bakersfield, his list is number 5, Oi to the World by No Doubt. Zat You Santa Claus by Buster Poindexter. Christmas is the Time I Say I Love You by Billy Squire. Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC. And This Christmas by Donna Hathaway. We got a couple more here. Marco Cabote of Squad Patrol. He comes in with number 5, 100 Degrees by Kylie Minogue. So Marco to slip in a Kylie Minogue reference. Christmas Eve Sarajevo, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen. That's not many. That's not many. Have you ever heard that? I just love when he says, that's not many. That's not many. Oh, Come All Ye Faithful by Twisted Sister. And Christmas is Coming, John Denver and the Muppets. I listened to that John Denver and the Muppets Christmas record last night. It's so fucking good, you guys. It's just...
It is. It really is.
Yeah. Nicole Eichenberg, co-host of a brand new show debuting at Stab tonight. Unpopular Opinion, Christmas Rappin' by Curtis Blow. And let's see. Wow, there's still like 5 more people. So we're going to stop it right there because that's going to go on for a long time. There's, let's see if there's any. Yeah, lots of other stuff. When we were talking about like how hard it was to make this list and stuff that almost kind of really wanted it to be, but didn't quite make our list. I have, I'm looking at the wrong list. It said weed on my list. Let me see. On my list, on my list, I have the John Lennon Yoko Ono Christmas Time War Is Over. It just seemed too cliche to put at number 1, but it's definitely on my list. I also love U2's version of Baby Please Come Home. It's another song off of that very special Christmas album. And Matt mentioned No Doubt's Oi to the World. And I'm going to tell the story really, really quick. Have you guys ever heard Oi to the World by No Doubt? Okay. So, you know, how they do Oi to the kids, Oi to the. So I was working at a record store and we were playing it. It was like in our Christmas rotation. And we got the staff, like everyone in the record store, like no matter what you were doing, if you were helping a customer on the floor or ringing up a customer on the register, or like even in the back room, whenever they said Oi, we all like pumped our fist. And it was just the funnest way of bonding with the people I was working with. Like there was a couple times that we all did it and we were just like all just giddy that we bonded that way. Buddy, what do you have on your also Rams?
There's two of them. The one that was the hardest to not get on there was Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys.
Oh yeah, this time each year.
I just love I will forever love the Beach Boys. The other one was Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by Nsync. This was like another generational song, but I don't like the religious undertones in that one. So that was the reason I pulled. I was like, nah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
But
other than that,
okay,
both songs I
sorry,
love.
I didn't mean to cut you off, buddy.
You're good.
Amber, what was on your also Rams?
Oh, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by the Jackson 5. God, there were so many that like I wanted to include. Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt was one that like almost made the list. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee.
Yeah. But does that just remind you of Home Alone?
It does. I also think like I was thinking about Pennies from Heaven from Elf. Like it's not really a Christmas song, but every time it comes on, I think of Christmas.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Auntie Vice, you're also Rams.
So I had 4 that were in contention. That were
okay.
Hard. So where are they on my list? The Christmas and Hollis by Run DMC, it was between that and DMX. That was a really close one. Sandra Bernhard on her comedy album does a whole bit about being Jewish at Christmas and then sings White Christmas. And it really brings out the kind of racist undertones that song has always had for me. And I freaking love Sandra Bernhard. It's always how I've heard it. So to hear her sing it after this whole bit about being Jewish at Christmas in the U.S. is freaking brilliant. And then the last 2 are just because I've done strip teases that I love to them. And one is Dick in a Box. Fucking Dick in a Box is awesome, and it's Christmas to me. And the other one is one of my favorite partnered strip teases I've done is Christmas at Ground Zero by Weird Al Yankovic. And I had the whole thing involved like a gas mask and the most giant missile titties I ever had, and a little tiny partner who like pops out from underneath my legs on stage. And when we were doing the missile titties, she's like, "Yeah, I just get a 2-liter bottle and put it over it." No, I'm an H cup. I had the whole fucking poster board wrapped around, and like I had to have people help me get on stage because they were like 3 feet in front of me. They were amazing.
That's awesome.
I love it. All right, so take us into the number ones, Auntie Vice. Take us into number ones. What is your number one Christmas song?
So this one has always been in my top 5, but because of the complete shit show that we've been living in for the last 3 years, this rocketed to number 1, and it's Cyndi Lauper and the Hives doing A Christmas Duel.
Oh.
And any song you can get where, you know, the Hives start by apologizing for sleeping with her sister, and then she starts with an apology. "Sorry, I went down on your mother," you know, and "Who wants a Christmas tree anyway?" You know, "I burnt your record collection." It's about all these horrible things they've done through the year, and like, oh, who the fuck wants Christmas anyway? After the last 3 years, that had to take my number 1 spot.
All right, Cyndi Lauper and the Hives. And what was the song called again?
A Christmas Duel.
It's a great shout for the year.
Well, and it's Cyndi
Very
Lauper.
true.
Who doesn't love her?
I love Cyndi Lauper. Love. That first Cyndi Lauper record still fucking slaps.
Yeah.
It's also, the first Cyndi Lauper and the first Culture Club and the first Duran, they still like song for song are amazing. Sorry, I went off on a 80s tantrum there. Buddy, what is your number one Christmas song? Your list has not disappointed yet.
This one is totally like a personal love. I'll be honest. I don't, listen to this all the time. However, I live with my grandfather. He is my best friend. And right now out there, and I can smell it right now, which is bringing tears to my eyes. He is making tamales. And yeah, I grew up with a Mexican grandpa my whole life, and it's been amazing. And there's one song that ever since he found out about YouTube, he makes me play a version of for him all the time, and it's Feliz Navidad by Jose Feliciano. I'm gonna cry right now.
You're gonna make me cry, buddy. Damn.
I'm gonna cry right now. He likes this version that's on YouTube of him playing it, where there's like a bunch of little kids around, and it's like from the 90s and stuff like that, and he's just playing the guitar, and like his grandson is there, and like the grandson comes up and like gives him a hug and stuff afterwards, and just makes me cry every time. The song is beautiful. It's it's all about just like love at Christmas time and stuff like that, and being with the people you love. And for me, when you had put me onto this, I was like, that song is number one. Everything else is secondary to that. But yeah, the song, I just love it to death, and I got to play it this morning for him. And right now I'm smelling some very delicious spices going on out there. And I'm excited.
It's a fantastic song, and you couldn't have queued up two people to be more opposite for their number ones, by the way, Jesse. This was like, I know it wasn't planned, but I'm like, I'm sorry I slept with your sister, and now you got Buddy here with this really heartwarming story, and I'm like,
oh man, Buddy raised by Mexicans.
Just a Mexican grandpa. He was stuck with all these white people. I feel so bad for him.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Hey, this white person makes some pretty bomb-ass tamales. Hey, I just finished all my holiday tamales.
I make the best of it. I love white people. Speaking of, Amber, what do we
my number one is Oh Holy Night, by either like Carrie Underwood or Celine Dion. I was religious for a really long time, and I'm not anymore. Like I did the process of unbrainwashing, and but Oh Holy Night still just holds such a special, like a really special place. So yeah, that's mine. I feel like if I talk about it, I will like full on cry, and I actually put on makeup for this. So Buddy got me started.
I know.
So I'm not gonna finish that.
Oh man. Okay. Oh Holy Night. All right. My number one is David Bowie and Bing Crosby's version of The Little Drummer Boy. I don't know if you've ever seen the video, but the video is just so cheesy. It is so beautiful. The video is like Bing Crosby is like in his living room, and David Bowie just happens to be his neighbor, and he comes over, and like there just happens to be a piano, and it's the sheet music for Little Drummer Boy. And they just do this gorgeous work. But what I really love about that version of The Little Drummer Boy is when David Bowie is singing and Bing is in the background just going bum, 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 and they just do backgrounds for each other. It's fucking gorgeous, you guys. David Bowie and Bing Crosby's The Little Drummer Boy, bum, bum. That is my number one. It's been my number one since the 80s, and since MTV started playing music videos. I absolutely, because like I grew up like in the country ass town. Like we didn't have that stuff was like another window to up for us. And I absolutely love that song. Okay, now we have a task in front of us. We're gonna take these, I don't know, I think it's a total of maybe 17 songs because we had some repeat. And we're gonna come up with we're gonna combine these and we're gonna come up with 5 songs that we feel are the ultimate top 5 Christmas songs. I think part of this is already taking care of itself for us because I mean, and you guys absolutely tell me no, but if we look at our list and we talk about the list that we read off of the internet, off of Facebook, it really seems that Last Christmas by Wham!
That's Christmas.
And Christmas Time in Hollis, Queens, or is it Christmas in Hollis? What's it called?
Christmas
in Hollis. Yeah,
and
those are the top 2, I think.
Yeah,
everybody.
Christmas in Hollis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying 1 and 2, but I'm saying these are definitely in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
Some version of Santa Baby, because that crossed over on a bunch of lists.
Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Fair. Santa Baby, Make My Job Easy. And then we'll get to which version of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So we need 2 more songs from all of these lists that really represent what Christmas is. And God damn it, if Buddy did not really make a strong pitch for Feliz Navidad, because really, I mean, this is California, and Buddy really represented like what California is to me, is just like this. What do you want? Look.
I'm totally there with you. That was going to be mine. Is you go with Feliz Navidad? That's got to be number 1.
I agree.
Okay, so Jose Feliciano's Feliz Navidad.
His voice is beautiful too, by the way.
Hey, he does a version of All the Leaves Are Brown and the Sky is
California Dreamin'. Yeah,
it is so freaking good.
Yeah, my grandpa loves that one too.
Yeah, we need one more song to round out this top 5, and then we're gonna try to figure out what order they're gonna go in.
Silent Night was a crossover, but with different artists. I don't know.
It was, because there was Silent Night. We had the Bing Crosby.
Well, there's also the Don't Let the Bells Stop.
Oh, that crossed over onto Facebook.
Yeah, and that's a good one. That's a solid pick, I think.
Which one was that? Though that was one of Buddy's, right?
Yep.
Yeah, From the Darkness.
Oh,
yes.
Yes. Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells End.
That had a pretty strong showing.
Honestly, if you guys have never heard it, anybody listening to this, I honestly recommend it. It's a very fun Christmas song.
I'd say it's between that and then, there was another one.
There was another one on Facebook?
No, there's another one that popped up a bunch, and now I'm just blanking on it.
The Trans-Siberian Orchestra kind of popped up a bit.
It did. Like what?
I'm going to put a vote against Trans-Siberian Orchestra, because that's just when you're bipolar and your mania is raging, and you listen to Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and it makes sense.
That one was hard for me not to put in there too, but it was like...
The Trans-Siberian Orchestra, though, is like, I want to listen to the whole album.
That's my thing too.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna confess right now. I shoplifted that CD one time. It was in the used section at the warehouse, and it wasn't like I knew that the case had a security on it, but I just wanted the CD, and I opened up the CD and I put the CD in my pocket, and I walked.
And TSO does play Sacramento every holiday season, so it does fit with the Sacramento theme because they are always here.
They do. So do we want to do like Christmas Sarajevo, Trans-Siberian Orchestra number 5?
Yeah, I think that's good for number
5.
I
love that song.
As much as I hate it, I'll let it ride.
All right, okay. Christmas Sarajevo. I'm still spelling it wrong, but I'm spelling it phonetically because I'm the one reading it right now. So
don't you have it in front of you with the Facebook chats?
I don't have the Facebook open. I just have you guys in front of me.
I don't know. His friends might not be able to spell either. I don't know.
Hopefully they have autocorrect.
Do we want to? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Hold on. This is what I'm gonna do. This is hard right here. Then fight me if you don't like this list. Number 5, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Christmas Sarajevo. Number 4, Santa Baby, but whose version? Eartha Kitt's?
I think you put any version in there because
Okay.
people all have their own. Yeah.
Amber, do you have are you cool with any version? Or-
Yeah, any version. Yeah.
Yeah, because Etta James and Eartha Kitt are both perfect, honestly.
Yeah.
Tied.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so number 5, Christmas Sarajevo. Number 4, Santa Baby, any version. Number 3, Last Christmas, Wham.
Mhm.
Number 2, Christmas in Hollis. And number 1, Jose Feliciano, Feliz Navidad. Are we
It's
happy
a
with
solid
that?
list.
Does that list
That's a
represent
solid list.
us
Yeah.
I think
I love that
so.
list.
and all the children? Because that's what Christmas is about. Children.
Sure.
None of the children can listen to my list. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. You guys,
It's for the kids.
this was so much fun, you guys. So much fun. Buddy, tell us what you're doing. What are you working on? Where can we see you? What? Plug your shit away.
I will, definitely. Just like you can find Jesse tonight on Stab, you can find me every second and fourth Tuesday doing the Obscure Movie Trivia Show. I pick movies and we do weird, obscure movie trivia about them. This month, we are going to be doing a Christmas movie tournament. I believe that'll be this Tuesday if I can get all the people correctly. But yeah, I'm going to start advertising that tonight. And I will let everyone know, but come watch me there. And then I'm at every open mic because I have no life. So yeah, you can see me.
Hey, but Buddy's Obscure Movie Trivia Show is fucking amazing. He started it during the pandemic, and I mean that's when I started seeing it. And he has turned it into just a really great show. And he is a great host. And I commend him for working so hard on that show. I would like coming up with trivia every week. That's I got to talk to you. What's your secret? Anyway, Amber
I moved
Payne.
it to twice a month.
Yeah,
Buddy,
'cause it
where
was
do-
once a week, right?
Where do we
Yeah.
find that?
Twitch.tv/stab comedy.
There you go.
Amber, what do you got going on? What are you working on? What's up with you? Where can we find you?
I am on a Christmas show. The name of it has changed, but Ellis Rodriguez is headlining in Chico at the Taco Box on, is it Wednesday the 16th or Thursday?
Thursday the 17th.
Thursday the 16th. So Ellis Rodriguez, Taco Box, Wednesday in Chico. And then I'm at Big Stump Brewery on Friday and Punchline on the 29th.
Who else is on that Ellis Rodriguez show?
You are. You, Tina San Lucas, Logan Farr.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear my name. I don't know. I thought, how dare she? Oh man. Auntie Vice, what do you got? You got tons going on. What?
I got a ton of shit.
Give us the greatest hits.
Yes, that's all I'm going to do. So if this gets out soon enough today at 3 p.m. on Facebook through Sacramento Sex Positivity.
No.
Oh, okay, I'll skip that. Let's see. You can join me for 30 days of kinky self-discovery through wickedgrounds.com. We meet 5 days a week for a month to explore, to deep dive into sexuality, kink, your psychology. It's a really fun class, and you can sign up for that. Let's see, what else am I doing? You can regularly find me on Cosmo Magazine as a sex advisor, and check out my website, auntivice.com, because I've got about 15 conferences and classes and stuff booked beyond this. And then in January, my partner, Sharon Smith, is starting a new show at Stab, which is What's So Funny About Poetry, which is a combination of poets trying to be funny and comics trying to do poetry. So it should be a fun show.
Oh my God.
And I'm on the first one. So yeah.
Fun. Do you guys have a date for that yet? Or he just said January?
I think it's the second Thursday in January is when they're doing it. He's putting together the comics and people now to be on it. So Stab will now be doing What's So Funny About Poetry.
Yeah, definitely. We want to shout out Sacramento Comedy Spot and Stab Comedy Theater for always giving a stage to these wacky, crazy ideas that we come up with. We're like, I got an idea. I'm just going to send it to them. Then they reply, yeah, let's try it. So
yeah, that was.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I had a blast. I hope you guys had a blast, and I'll see you all soon.
See you soon. Thank you so much.
See you soon. Thank you.